What's going on, everybody? Good evening. Man, I tell you what, welcome to the Geyer Show. It has been. Can you guys hear me just fine? Tell me, guys, can you hear me in the chat? How we doing, ladies and gentlemen? We are live in the flesh. And we had a pretty eventful week. Travis Jurr has officially been arrested by U.S. Marshals, and he is sitting in Columbia County Jail awaiting he's awaiting a trial. And so he's going to go through a couple of hearings. They're going to determine whether he gets released or not. So we're going to jump into that here in the show. Tell me how you guys are doing in the comments. Welcome to the show. This is the Geyer Show. Let's talk about our sponsor real quick, Northwest Bound Outdoors. Hey, if you want to get on a boat this spring, this summer, and you really want to go fishing, I'll tell you what, this is Northwest Bound Outdoors, the best guide fisherman here in the Pacific Northwest, operating with two boats, one sled boat and one drift boat. That's right. So right now is the season for steelhead, and he's getting after it. Any coastal stream, any local stream that you can fish for steelhead, he's going after. The sturgeon season, they opened up a sturgeon retention here on Monday. Now Kevin's going to be out there on the water, but he was completely booked up. As soon as they opened up the sturgeon retention, he got a full boat. So if you want to get on the boat this spring, he's got something opening up in April, and that's where you really want to be. On the boat in the middle of the springtime, going after some of the best tasting fish around. I'll tell you, from spring to summer, March to July, Chinook salmon are one of the best Pacific salmon species and can be up to 50 pounds, although 10 to 25 is more common. The spring Chinook salmon is the best tasting salmon that you'll ever have in your entire life. That season goes from April to about July. And so the winter steelhead right now is November to April, and then you've got some fall Chinook in the fall, and that's ranging from September to November, and that's out on the ocean. So if you have a company and you want to take your business and your employees out on a trip, call 971-599-9574. Again, that's 971-599-9574. That's Kevin Williams at Northwest Bound Outdoors on all social media platforms. Hey guys, check out his X, check out his YouTube, check out his Instagram. We run the social media pages for Northwest Bound Outdoors, and we're going to have a killer season. We had a killer season last year. Again, if you want to get on the boat, have a good time, book the boat, you get a discount, and tell them the Geyer Show sent you. 971-599-9574. Welcome to the stream, ladies and gentlemen. So, it's been an eventful week. Let's get into a little bit of what we witnessed at the trial or at the hearing today with Travis. So we are going to go over his affidavit just a little bit now. This on the screen is his affidavit, and we'll just read the first page of it for you guys. This was an affidavit. So I'll give you a little bit of background. If you don't know, Travis Jurr is a 41-year-old man who's been absolutely crazy down here in Portland, Oregon. He's made viable threats to the president of the United States. We have a man making death threats here in Portland, Oregon. Now, when they served an arrest warrant, U.S. Marshals served an arrest warrant on his home, and they found some things. They got a hard drive with all of his documents on his computer. They found tannerite. Tannerite is an explosive material. They found multiple firearms, multiple knives and swords. They found bows, so hunting gear. And so it was pretty interesting on what they found. And so they brought up all of that evidence today in a 14-page document that the prosecuting attorney presented in front of the court. Now, this was a motion to try and get him released. Now he's being held on a U.S. Marshal hold. The U.S. Marshals are holding him, and he's being held in Columbia County. So now he's on his way to a psych evaluation. Now this is going to determine whether the court feels he can be in public. And if they do release him, they are going to give him some serious stipulations. But here at the Geyer Show, we don't believe he's going to get released. Tell us what you think in the comments. We would like to know if you think Travis is going to be released from U.S. Marshal custody and back to his home. His wife traveled 4 hours away. We don't know why his wife is staying somewhere 4 hours away, but she's taking care of his bunny rabbits. His next case, or his next hearing, is going to be Tuesday. We don't know the exact time of the hearing, but that's going to be set for probably the afternoon. And this is at the Mark O. Hatfield Federal Building, the Federal Courthouse. Excuse me. This is at the Federal Courthouse in downtown Portland. He was being housed in Multnomah County, but he was transferred over to Columbia County, where he's being held. He showed up today in court in plain clothes. He had his wristband on him, but he showed up in plain clothes. He wasn't in shackles, and he was escorted by a U.S. Marshal. He looked around, saw nobody on his side, not even his wife inside of the courtroom. There were attorneys, there were witnesses, there was me. He looked right at me and snarled at me. So that just kind of goes into this comment right here. He's mental. I don't think so. I think he knows what he's doing. He is fully capable, knowingly and willingly. No shield. Yeah, no, he didn't have a shield with him. That thing is considered a weapon, even though it's been considered a toy. It's been considered a weapon. So this is his affidavit. We're going to go over his affidavit here. Let me just pull this up on the screen real quick for you guys so I can talk about this for a second. So this is his affidavit, and the FBI affidavit case 3, whatever, isn't just words. It's a gallery of what feds call targeted harassment. The death stick figure drew allegedly. Master Queef 86 sent a drawing of a deceased child to a 13-year-old boy with the caption, "I'll make sure you don't see your 15th birthday." The Trump threats. Investigators uncovered posts where Juror allegedly stated he might even participate in the death of President Trump and wanted to mag dump on him. He also said that he was going to mag dump on Immigration Customs Enforcement agents. The violence kit. During the probe, the FBI found a Sig Sauer rifle on a mat with a patch that simply says, "I choose violence." How they caught him, despite a 6 hour, I don't think it was a 6 hour. Despite using the aliases Captain Gay America and Trevor Johnson, the FBI says Juror made a fatal digital error, the IP trail. All 3 accounts use the same IP address, billed directly to Juror's Portland home. One account was linked to a phone number Juror provided in a callback in a threatening voicemail. What happened today, federal prosecutors have asked for more time to process the mountain of digital evidence. So the prosecutors went back and forth, or the prosecutor went back and forth with the judge and the defense. Now, his defense, this lady that was defending him today, it wasn't even his lawyer. It was from yesterday. It was a attorney that jumped on the case to cover for something yesterday. It wasn't even his lawyer. And so they said that he has no evidence of him committing any acts of violence. So why don't we just let him out, is what his representation said. Now, really, we don't have any violent acts of Travis Juror committing violence. Now let's just jump into I don't know, maybe we can just jump into, who knows? We're not going to jump into anything. We just know he's violent. He shouldn't be out on the streets, and that's what the judge determined today. Now, they're going to get a mental evaluation, a psych evaluation, and there's 14 pages, ladies and gentlemen, 14 pages of evidence that the prosecuting attorney laid out on the table today. 14 pages. What happened with the lady? Okay, that's a good question. That's a very good question. What happened with him pulling the knife out on the lady? Now, I know I was there. I know that there's a woman that has that video evidence, and she's holding on to that video. We've reached out to her multiple times, and she said she was going to give us the video. She told us she was going to give us the video, and she never gave us the video. So I wonder if we can get that subpoenaed. Now, we had the prosecuting attorney reach out to us. And so we're going to try and get that going, because he did lunge at that woman with a knife. That was on I think it was the night of That was the night that the two Tren de Aragua members got shot by U.S. Border Patrol. He showed up, started harassing the news stations. We went up to him and said, "Hey, this is Travis. He's just harassing you." And he started getting in our face. And then he followed us home, or he followed us to our truck. And there was a lady standing by with me. My phone was dead. And she's like, "I'm going to document this entire thing." And so he followed me to my truck, and he pulled a knife out on me in the meantime and lunged at the woman. And the woman popped him one in the mouth because he got close to her and popped him one in the mouth with the phone. And his lip started bleeding. And so he claimed that he was being harassed and all that kind of stuff. Like, and the officers did nothing about it. They literally saw him following me. And I said, "He's following me to my truck, and he said he was going to kill me when he gets back to my truck. Are you guys going to do anything about this?" And then he pulled a knife on that lady. And then the officer, and he's like, "I didn't pull no knife." Well, how do we know that you had a black knife on you, Travis? How did we know? And then when the cop pulled it out of your pocket, what do you know? You had a black knife. He's a stupid criminal. He thinks he's going to get away with all of this. He thinks he's just going to walk scot-free. He's not. He's not. And we saw that today in court. He acted surprisingly normal in court today. I think he's putting on a show. Does he really think he said these things? Like, I don't know. But the whole Travis Jurr files are definitely getting dug deep down into. And people are safe now. The victims are safe. The witnesses, the people that he threatened, don't have to worry about him carrying out any of his threats anymore, unless they let him out, because then the victims have to worry a little bit, right? And it's funny, is he put a restraining order against Tommy. A restraining order against Tommy. So Tommy wasn't even allowed to go into the courthouse today because Tommy got served on a restraining order today. Now, is Travis going to serve us restraining orders? And their defense was these people that he's threatening, right? These people that he's threatening, how credible are those? How credible is that evidence, is what they're saying. It's his defense. How credible is that evidence, is what his defense is saying. It's very credible, right? We're not out here threatening Travis Jurr with his life. We're not out here threatening the president. We're not out here threatening ICE agents. That's all Travis Jurr is doing. And he's a grown-ass man who knowingly and willingly did all of this. I mean, this man said he was going to shoot up that entire block. This man said that he was going to shoot up the president. This man said he was going to mag dump on ICE agents. It's all on video. Like, bro. Do we believe that he would carry out something like that? Yes, that's why he's sitting in jail right now. It's become a habit. And there's more Travis Jurrs out there. I mean, just a couple weeks ago, you saw that a man was shot, dead, coming out of his apartment, and he pretends to be Secret Service agents, and he was a lunatic. He was an absolute lunatic. You see the man that shot the two officers. That man's an absolute lunatic. You got people walking the streets that should be in prison. You got violent people walking these streets of Portland. And they want to build housing communities, luxury housing communities in an old rundown mall that they're tearing down. They want to spend millions and millions of dollars on housing communities inside of a district where 2 police officers got shot, and then that same 2 weeks later, there's a threat with a weapon. I mean, Portland is the epicenter of lawlessness, if you really ask me. 900 cases get dismissed here in Portland and Multnomah County because they don't have the money or they don't have the representation for public defenders. Nobody wants to be a public defender in Portland because the cases just end up getting tossed out. Well, guess what? Travis Jurr's case is not getting tossed out. We told you, ladies and gentlemen, that it would happen. We told you that he would go to prison, and we can guarantee he's going to go to prison. You can't do that, what you did, and get away with it. There's evidence. It's been submitted. Now it's time for him to plead his case, but he's got a few weeks until that can happen. They were fighting on the parameters. They were fighting on the parameters of the release. So it was about an hour and a half long court session, and yeah, pretty interesting stuff. So we're gonna go back on Tuesday, and we're gonna go see what comes out of this story. Now, are they gonna release him? What do you guys think? Are they gonna release him? Tell me in the comments. Guys, we just got done producing like a 2-hour long show with Quincy, the BC Preacher. If you don't already follow the BC Preacher on all social media platforms, please go follow the BC Preacher on all social media platforms. And we didn't even get our ticker going. So welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Geyer Show. I think we're going to cut it early. We just wanted to get on here and tell you about basically what's happening with Travis Jurr. We've got an interview with an Antifa leader coming up here in the coming weeks. We've got some questions we want to ask this person, and we really want to get into the mind of Antifa. And so that's what we're going to do. I've got to say that all of Oregon is going downhill fast. I mean, it's spread across the board here in Oregon. I mean, if you look at our schools, if you look at our healthcare system, I mean, these same people that they're taking to do the medical evaluation, the evaluation on Travis, the psych evaluation on Travis, these same people are the same people who do these psych evaluations are standing in front of the ICE building throwing tear gas canisters back at the ICE agents. I mean, just a couple of weeks ago, we had a massive march compiled of teachers and healthcare workers. They brought their kids to a protest that turned into a riot, and those kids ended up getting gassed. Crazy stuff, ladies and gentlemen, crazy stuff. We live in a lawless city. We live in a lawless city. Is it better in your town? What is it like in your town? Do you have Antifa rolling around in your town? Like, do you have criminals roaming the streets? Are there drug addicts and drug dealers in the alcoves of your businesses? I mean, we got to talk about some things, ladies and gentlemen. We got to talk about the lawlessness and the drugs and the crime and the kind of people that walk these streets and go down and create GoFundMes, fraudulent GoFundMes, and threaten people, spit on people, attack people, steal from people. I mean, it's a lawless city. And when are we going to see Jessica says nope? Yeah, you don't have that in your town, do you? It's probably because don't live in a sanctuary city. Take a look at the patterns, ladies and gentlemen. It's sanctuary cities. That's the downfall. Southern Oregon. Wolfie's down in Southern Oregon. We love Southern Oregon. And we love all of Oregon. But being up here in the Portland metro area, we have to deal with a lot on a daily basis. So Tennessee, we are coast to coast, basically, here on the Geyer Show. So I think Quincy basically covered everything that we really wanted to talk about today. We had a great show with the BC Preacher. Geyer is now producing live stream shows on YouTube, X, Rumble, Facebook, Instagram. So we're rocking and rolling on all fronts. Special shout out to our sponsor, Kevin Williams with Northwest Bound Outdoors, for hooking it up with this beautiful microphone. Sound condenser. How are we sounding, guys? Do we sound a little better here on the Geyer Show today? Let's see. Jessica says, I really do hate that y'all have to deal with this, and didn't live on the other side of the United States. I'd be out there with you guys. Yeah, I agree. So we've seen a lot of people get up off of the couch and go out and stand in solidarity. First, it started with standing in solidarity for the ICE agents. Then it started, Tommy ended up creating his corner down there, and people ended up standing in solidarity with Tommy. If you go down to ICE right now, it's dead. ICE is dead. There's the threat is no longer there. Really, it's just bickering back and forth. I mean, these people they're not really attacking ICE agents at the facility unless they decide to take direct actions, etc. But there's become a lot of camaraderie down there, I guess you could say. People getting up off the couch and going out and actually showing their support, being a patriot. Um, let's see, we got some more comments in here from the Willamette Valley. Mr. Bill in the house. These are Mr. Bill's curbs. I'll tell you what, these are Valley Race streets, Mr. Bill's curbs, and Geyer's blocks. What's up, Mr. Bill? We love Mr. Bill. Show some Mr. Bill love. Did Quincy figure out how to raid his audience? I don't know what that means. Oh, I was doing the BC Preacher stream. Yes, we are producing on American Streets with the BC Preacher. Big news, ladies and gentlemen. Big news. Geyer's producing some stuff, and it went really well for the first show. So we're going to continue to run that show, and we love that, man. Louisiana here. We don't have anything like this, even in liberal New Orleans. Is New Orleans really that liberal? I mean, let's just take a look at the GOP. New Orleans political demographic. Okay, share this tab instead. Let's go to a presentation here. Whoops. Okay. So, New Orleans operates as a reliable Democratic blue city with a Republican dominant state. It's with a political landscape driven by issues like infrastructure, crime, and housing. While black voters form a core, often near unanimous base for the Democratic Party, recent trends show shifting dynamics with gentrification and competitive races needing broader appeal. It's funny how Google uses race for political structure, right? Like race and politics have nothing to do with each other, or they shouldn't. Society has put race on everything now. I mean, but it shouldn't. You know what I mean? Okay. Let's see what Mr. Bill said. I remember when I ended my stream, my audience went to you. I need to teach him more stuff. Oh, that is true. So he rated the stream and sent the audience to me when we went live last time. Jessica reposted the stream. Thank you for the repost, Jessica. We appreciate you. Hey guys, if you want to help Geyer out, repost the stream. Repost the stream, please. Share the stream, like the stream, but the most important thing is commenting and getting involved and asking questions and being a part of the show. Because I wouldn't do it if I didn't have an audience. I mean, we got 106 people watching on this Thursday night. So welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Geyer Show. If you've got more than just a share, a comment, a like, which it goes far for the Geyer Show. We're on the road to get monetized here, and once we get monetized, this is going to be a full-time thing for Geyer. So, if you've got a little bit more to help Geyer out, dip into your pockets a little bit, and go to my Cash App or my Venmo, which is right up here. Right here in that QR code. That QR code is at Geyer Digital on all social media platforms, on all payment platforms. And be sure to follow me on X. So thank you guys for joining. Thank you guys for sharing. Thank you guys for supporting the Geyer Show. We try and do everything truthful here, and we do it by the book with our own little spin on it. So we've been having some fun making these videos, getting informational. But that's pretty much it on Travis. That is pretty much it on Travis, ladies and gentlemen. And I'll tell you what, we're going to wait until Tuesday to see what his court hearing has to say. Jessica, thank you for reposting the stream. Other side, Geyer. Yep, other side. I for the QR code, point the other direction. It's up there. The QR code's right there. So thank you guys. Thank you guys. It's Geyer Digital on Venmo and Cash App. And then we're going to get Buy Me a Coffee set up, all that. So whatever. Let's see. Other way. This way? Do I have it mirrored here? Anyways, we're not going to get into semantics. You guys know where the QR code is. It's in the top left. Anyways, we're wrong again. We're having fun, ladies and gentlemen. It is 10 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. 9 o'clock. Right? We're a little bit off. Anything else we need to talk about here on the stream? How's everybody doing? Is everybody doing good? All right. Haley, I tell you what, let's go back to Haley's page here. Haley's been doing some phenomenal reporting here in the Pacific Northwest. Haley's been doing some phenomenal reporting here in the Pacific Northwest. And she did a report on Travis just yesterday. And today, as we went into the courtroom. And there's a lot of evidence, ladies and gentlemen, against this guy. I tell you, it's not good. It's not pretty. But he's definitely going to be answering for his issues. Hold on, guys. Let's see what Haley had to say here on this stream. Sorry, guys, just getting this set up real quick. Let's see what Haley had to say here on her report on Travis Jurr.
I'm here right now in front of the U.S. Federal Courthouse in Portland, Oregon, where Travis Jurr has just had his hearing to determine whether or not the judge will allow him to be released. Now, although his initial court date was next Tuesday, the 17th, they actually moved that court date up due to the fact that he claims to have pets and that he needs to be able to feed them.
So his wife drove 4 hours. Now, the question is, why is his wife driving 4 hours away when she lives at that home? She lives at that home, ladies and gentlemen. So why is she driving 4 hours away to go take care of his bunny rabbits?
Judge did, in fact, move that up to today. Judge has denied his ability to be released, and he will be taken back into the custody of the U.S. Marshals. Per the judge's orders, he will remain in custody until his hearing next Tuesday as he undergoes a mental health evaluation.
Now, as they were in this hearing, he didn't know if, while they were in this hearing, Travis's defense said that they already went through a mental health evaluation, and the judge said, well, how long ago was it? And they said that it was for Travis to get on some medications. Now, what type of medications was Travis trying to get on? Now, he did say that in one of his bios, he did say that he had PTSD. Yeah, so we don't know why he was trying to get on those medications. Yeah, we love Haley over here, Haley West, is what Wolfie says on YouTube. So shout out to Haley West on all social media platforms. Phenomenal reporter out here in the Pacific Northwest. We work alongside her, and we really like working with Haley. She gets it done, and she does her job right. So she reports the truth. She takes the flack too, ladies and gentlemen. She takes the flack too. That's for dang sure. I take the flack. We all take the flack for reporting the truth. That's basically how it goes. So, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Do you think Portland is savable? Do you think Portland can be saved? I think we need new leadership. I think we definitely need new leadership. That's the only way it can get saved. Through Jesus, of course. But we need leadership that puts Jesus first. Puts Oregonians first, not leadership's pocketbooks first. So, save it at the ballot box. Yep. Vote, ladies and gentlemen, vote. We're going down to a town hall tomorrow to go support our boy, David Medina. I'll tell you what, guys. He's got what it takes to be the next governor of Oregon. If it's one person that I think, I'm just going to go out and talk about David Medina real quick. If it's one person that I think can take on Tina Kotek that's on the ballot this year, is David Medina. Now we got to vote for him and get him past the primaries. Now this is a competition between who we think is going to take on Tina Kotek and who we think can beat Tina Kotek and run this state the way it's supposed to be ran, giving the people the power back. Yes, Medina. We do want to vote Medina 100%. He's got our vote, and the household's vote. So we support David Medina over here. David, if you're watching, we love you, buddy. Please change Oregon around. Please change Oregon around. Because you can do it. We believe that you can do it. So he's got a town hall meeting tomorrow, and we're going to be there to cover that. And we're looking forward to it. Did Trump endorse him yet? Nope. I don't think so. I don't think so. You guys can, and if you don't know who David Medina is, and you're not a registered voter, you don't know who you're voting for here in the next coming months to be the next governor of Oregon. Let me tell you a little bit about David Medina. He's got a good political background. He's ran a successful business. He's had employees. He's known how to. He's ran employees. He's been a great boss. He's gained a significant following on all social media platforms. I mean, if you just go to his X here, I mean, let's go to David Medina and just go to his X and just see how many people follow him in comparison to Tina Kotek. So he's got 80,000 followers on X. Let's see how much Governor Tina Kotek has. This is fun. Hold on, let's get over. We're going to bring this back over here. Hold on, guys. I got to do some production work here, do some producer stuff. Stop screen. Share screen. Come on, guys. We'll do some producer stuff here. Producer stuff right here. Is that David Medina? There we go. And add this to the stage. Okay, so this right here. So David had 80,000 followers on X. Okay, 80,000. He had 80,000 followers on X. Tina Kotek. Which one is she? Governor Tina Kotek, I think. Governor Tina Kotek only has 14,000 followers on Twitter. Let me say that again. Governor Tina Kotek only has 14,000 followers on Twitter. Let that sink in. Let that sink in, ladies and gentlemen. So, 14,000 followers. Let's see what the comments. Let's see. Bach Precisions. Nice guy. I will shout you out tomorrow and restream you if you are okay with it. Yeah, I'm okay with the restreams. Just help Geyer out, man. Help me get monetized. You know, whatever it may be. Help me build a bigger platform. That's what we're out here to do. And it's not, I don't want the clout, right? I don't want to brag that I have a big platform. But the bigger the platform, the bigger the voice, right? And the more I can get my reporting and my information out to these people. So thank you for sharing. I need my YouTube channel to grow. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. This YouTube channel needs to get bigger. It's slowly and surely building a little bit. Our X platform. Oh, I appreciate you, Bach. Thank you, Bach. Our X platform is getting up there. Our Instagram is slowly climbing. But our YouTube really needs to take a climb. And we've recently been starting to post more on our YouTube. So I will do whatever it takes so you have YouTube reach and views. I appreciate you. We've been restreamed. Bach, you actually interviewed Travis last week, right? I'm pretty sure Bach Precisions did an interview with Travis Jurr on his live stream just a few days ago, maybe. But anyways, we're going to go back to David Medina here. That's Tina Kotek. She's got 14,000 followers on X. Now, that's her Governor Tina Kotek page. If you look at her regular Tina Kotek page, She's got 31,000 followers. So David's got double her following and then some on both of her pages on Twitter. Now, Twitter is supposed to be like the #1 social media platform, right? That just shows what she is. She's no good for this state. Democrats are no good to be in power if they continue to do this. Look at the dumps that this governor has ran our state into. And it didn't just start with her. It started since 1987. We haven't had a Republican governor in Oregon since 1987. And look at the housing crisis. Look at the homelessness crisis. Look at the Measure 110 that they did. Legalizing drugs, decriminalizing hard drugs was one of the worst decisions that our city has made in a very long time. Our state has made in a very long time. And then they reversed it. So it's terrible, guys. Absolutely terrible. I did, yes, and it was about a month ago. Yeah, so Bach Precisions ended up interviewing Travis about a month ago on his YouTube channel. That was a pretty interesting interview. See, Travis, he's not stolen valor. He just exaggerates his valor. That's all. And technically that's illegal when you do that on a fake GoFundMe. And they did say today in the court hearings that there was something that didn't add up between what he said and his wife said in an affidavit. We didn't quite catch that, but I think it was like his mental health situation. So like what she said in an interview didn't match up with what he said or something. So we're going to find out more about that situation. We don't really care what goes on between him and his wife. We don't care about the personal details. We care about the crimes that he committed and what type of what type of things led up to the crimes and what type of things happened after the crimes and the story. We know Travis needs help. We don't think it's mental help because we don't think he's mental. But we definitely know Travis needs help. I think we all need a little bit of help, guys. I think we all need a little bit of help. I know Geyer needs some help sometimes. You know? And we all struggle. We all got things that we are trying to accomplish and overcome. But it's all about how we react to certain situations, right? I mean, if he was a trained rescue swimmer, he should have a better understanding of his actions. So, is there something that's mental? I don't think so. I don't know. We just hope he finds a Bible in there and at least opens it and starts to read it. Right? Because that's the only salvation. So, tough on crime and fraud. Yeah, we need somebody who's going to be tough on crime, tough on fraud. There's a lot of fraud happening here in the United States, and especially in these Democratic-ran states, these blue cities, these sanctuary cities. Yeah, terrible. Terrible. We went viral over the week talking about something that's significant. We had, unfortunately, there was a shooting in Canada, and children died, adults died. Somebody with a transgender ideology who has been groomed to be that way by their parents, especially his mother. Yeah, it's pretty sad. Here, we're gonna listen to this for a second.
That she believed the lies of the medical establishment. They don't want you to see that the lies that were said, that this was the path of happiness. Now, Jennifer Strang did everything the experts told her to do so. She gave them the name. She gave him the clothes. She gave him the affirmation. And yesterday, she gave herself a death sentence. He killed his mother. He killed his little brother. And then he went to school to finish the job. And still, the school board issues statements about inclusivity and grief. Informed support. How about truth-informed reality? School board. We're sacrificing our children on an altar of lies, and if you dare to point at the blood on the floor, then you are the villain. Well, I'll be the villain, because somebody has to speak for these 5 children that were murdered in that library. They don't get a chance to identify as anything anymore, because they're dead. And this transgender ideology is killing our kids, period. We have the proof.
Yeah, guys, that got a significant reach on Twitter. Yeah, if you take a look at the list of the school shootings or the mass shootings that have happened over the past 10 years, since 2016, I mean, we've had ones in Colorado, we've had ones in Canada, we've had ones in Washington. A lot of these school shooters have been trans. Now, is it the ideology that is killing people? No, we believe it's the medications that these people are put on. We think it's the doctors that are doing this to these kids, to these people. Because when you are on heavy-duty medications like that are made to change your genetic makeup, and rewire chemicals, wiring and alter chemicals in your brain, it makes you more influenceable. Yeah, it's just scary. It's just very scary because it's the meds. It's 100% the meds. It's the beta blockers. Yeah, it's scary, ladies and gentlemen. So we've got, hormones like estrogen for feminization, pill patches and injections, testosterone for masculization, often combined with an anti-androgens like spironolactone to block the effects of the opposite sex hormone, helping individuals align their physical characteristics with their gender identity. These treatments require more medical supervision and aim to induce secondary sex characteristics like breast development, fat redistribution, or voice deepening. With different medications and routes, oral, transdermal, injectable, offering various benefits and considerations. It's crazy that they even say that this is beneficial. People are mutilating their children for an ideology. It's scary. Scary. I mean, they take pills, transdermal patches, gels, injections. Regular blood tests are crucial to check the hormone levels, potassium, liver, and functioning, and manage the side effects. The side effects can include increased urinization, dizziness, spironolactone causes blood clots, estrogen, mood changes. And are we even researching what these vaccinations can do to your body mixed with these chemicals that they're putting in your body to regulate these hormones or stop these hormones from happening? So, and kids as young as 13 years old are getting this done? Yeah, it's scary. It's scary, ladies and gentlemen. I took RX for nerve pain and it changed my thoughts badly. I can't take them. Yeah, I know. It's, yeah, there's some pills out there that, will maybe numb the pain for a couple of minutes. But a lot of these pills just hijack things, like your dopamine system. The hormones mess up the whole system, 100%. I agree, Michelle. I agree. Well, I think that's all we have to talk about, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys for joining in on the show. Again, this is a short show. we're gonna be back live tomorrow. We're gonna be at David Medina's town hall, and that's gonna be later in the evening. So we look forward to seeing you guys there. We've got some stories that we're reporting on tomorrow. We're gonna continue on this Lloyd Center project that is being demolished and turned into 5,000 luxury apartments and a nature walk. So we're going to continue to keep you updated on that story. We're going to show you the content that the mainstream media will not show you. And if you want to get Geyer to places, get him across the country, get him to local cities where major events are happening, or if you have a story that you want Geyer to investigate and break and bring it to the public, get in our DMs, send us a message, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Again, this has been a crazy week. We're going to continue to stay updated and keep you guys updated on the Travis Jurr story. And that's about it. Be sure to watch the BC Preacher on American Streets live on YouTube, X, Rumble, and all social media platforms. He's got a lot of good stuff to talk about, and we're producing the show now. So we look forward to seeing you over in his chat maybe tomorrow. But we're going to be going live at the town hall tomorrow with David Medina, your future governor of Oregon. And for Portland, for giving you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, my name is Geyer, and this is The Geyer Show. Thank you guys for joining. Appreciate you. Have a good night. Do something good for somebody else. Do something good for yourself. And I pray that you get some peace. For the people that have been lacking that peace, I pray you get some tonight. I'm going to get some peace knowing that Travis has all this time to himself inside of a jail cell. I'm going to get some peace knowing that there's children who are 15 years old don't have to worry about being stalked by another creep on the streets. Because we didn't give up on this story. And we're not going to give up on you. And we're not going to give up on Portland. Again, my name is Geyer. And welcome to The Geyer Show. Thank you for joining.